Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Insha'Allah ta'ala, today we will analyze the 20th ayah of Surah Mulk. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Now this ayah begins with the word amman. Now for this, what will you do? You will join your hamza with the mim mushaddad, and for the mim mushaddad, you will have to do akmal gunna. That means most complete gunna. Hold the mim in your nasal passage for like most complete gunna. Okay? Man. Your noon here should be given moderate timing. Do not bounce your noon. Now moving on to this part. Your ha should be given 2 counts because it is with this alif saghira. Your ha should stay light. Do not make it heavy, not ha. It should be ha. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. Now moving on to this one. Your dal should join with the lam. Take care of the makhraj of dal. Okay, the tip of your tongue should touch the edges of your front teeth. And then moving on to this dal, you have to do the same thing. Take care of the makhraj of dal, but it should be here 2 counts because it is with ya mushaddad. Now moving on to this part, your ha over here should be given 1 count, and circle your lips for your ha because it is with dhamma. Moving on to the vav, your vav should be given 1 counts too. Like the same case, like you're giving the same timing like you give to your ha. Huwa, same timing, and we'll have to circle your lips for the vav because the makhraj of vav is circling of the 2 lips with the gap in between. That means the gap in the center. Now moving on to this part. Now here in this word, what do you have? You have this rule which is ikhfa, right? What is ikhfa? You will have to hide your noon. Okay, so what will you do? Here you will join your jeem with actually just take it this way that from the jeem you're going to the dal with the noon, with the gunna in the middle. Okay, in the middle of it. So what will you do? This way. What are you doing? You are hiding your noon by not touching the makhraj of noon and going close to the makhraj of dal. And make sure not to touch the makhraj of dal. You are going close to the makhraj of dal. You're not touching the makhraj of dal. If you touch the makhraj of dal, there are chances that you might make your noon clearer because noon and dal are very close to each other. Okay, so what will you do? You will go close to the makhraj of dal. You will read it this way. Join your dal with the lam and then your kaf with the mim, taking care that you do not bounce your mim. Now moving on to this part, even here in this word you have the same rule which is ikhfa, but here the ikhfa is heavy because the letter sad is a heavy letter. So what will you do? You will read it this way. Yansurukum. Okay, yansu. Go from the ya to the pod with the gunna in the middle of the word. Okay, yansurukum. Okay, your sad should be heavy, your ra should be heavy too. Now what will you do here? You have a meme followed by a meme. So here the rule is idgham mithlain. So what will you do? You will have to stretch the gunna. Yansurukum. Okay? Yansurukum. Stretch the gunna. Now coming to this part. Here again you have the same rule which was in this word. Okay? You have the same rule over here. That is ikhfa. So you will have to do the same thing. Hide your noon going close to the makhraj of dal. So how will you read? We'll start from here. Yansurukum duni rahman. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. So you'll have to do gunna over here for your idgham mithlain zaghir, and you have to do gunna over here for your ikhfa. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. And then you'll join your noon over here with the ra. Your ra should be heavy. Join your ra with the ha. Take care of the makhraj of ha. Okay, and run your ha. Your meme over here should be given, actually it can be 2, 4 or 6 counts because the mad over here is mad arid li sukun. Okay, so for this 2, 4 or 6 counts is allowed. So you can just choose one. You have the option of 2, 4, or 6, but stay consistent in your recitation. Giving it just one count. Choose one out of the 3. Okay, do not keep changing. Like in one ayah, you're giving it 2 counts, and in the second ayah or in the next ayah, you're giving it 4. No, not that way. Just try to be consistent. Choose one count, either 2 or 4 or 6 in your recitation. Okay, now moving on to this part. Your hamza should be given 1 count, and it should be light. Your noon will join with the lam. Your kaf over here should be given 2 counts, and keep it light. Your fa is given 1 count, keep it light. Your ra over here should be given 2 counts, as it is with waw maddiya. And then your noon over here should be given 1 count. Il kafiruna. Now moving on to this part. Illa. Okay. Join your hamza with the lam and give your lam 2 counts because it is with alif mad. Now fi should be given 2 counts because it is with ya maddiya. Now moving on to this part. Your ghain should be heavy and give it 1 count. And your ra over here should be heavy because it is with waw mad. And then your ra at the end should be heavy too because your ra is sakin preceded by a sakin preceded by a dhamma. So it should be ghur. Okay, inshallah. So practice well with the Shaykh, inshallah ta'ala. جزاكم الله خير والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.